Imagine one man, whose words could ignite a world war, another, whose ambitions starved millions, and a warrior so brutal the Earth's population dropped by 11%. These aren't legends, they're real, and they changed the world forever, through terror. Welcome to a chilling journey through the darkest chapters of human history. This is the most dangerous dictators in world history. These individuals wielded absolute power, leaving behind trails of destruction, oppression, and unimaginable suffering. We're going to explore their rise to power, the methods they used to control their populations, and the lasting impact they had on the world. Get ready, because this isn't your average history lesson. We're talking about leaders who reshaped nations, caused immense pain, and whose actions continue to resonate today. From the battlefields of Europe to the steppes of Asia, from the palaces of Africa to the isolated bunkers of North Korea, we'll uncover the dark secrets and brutal realities of these regimes. And trust me, you won't believe some of the things these individuals did, especially number 3. His story is absolutely mind-blowing. Before we get started, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into history's most compelling and controversial figures. And let me know in the comments which dictator you find the most disturbing. Kicking off our list at number 1, it's impossible to ignore the sheer scale of destruction and evil perpetrated by Adolf Hitler. Born in Austria, Hitler's early life was marked by artistic aspirations and a deep-seated resentment towards the multi-ethnic Austro-Hungarian Empire. After serving in World War I, he joined the German Workers' Party, later renamed the Nazi Party. His charismatic oratory skills, combined with the economic hardship and political instability of post-war Germany, allowed him to rapidly gain followers. He skillfully exploited popular grievances, blaming Jews, communists, and other minority groups for Germany's problems. He promised to restore Germany to its former glory, appealing to national pride and a yearning for strong leadership. Through a combination of propaganda, intimidation, and political maneuvering, Hitler became Chancellor of Germany in 1933 and quickly consolidated his power. Hitler's ideology, outlined in his book Mein Kampf, was based on racial supremacy, anti-Semitism, and the expansion of German territory through military conquest. He believed in the superiority of the Aryan race and sought to create a 1,000-year Reich free of Jews and other undesirables. His regime implemented a policy of systematic persecution and genocide against Jews, known as the Holocaust. Millions of Jews, Roma, homosexuals, disabled people, and political opponents were rounded up, deported to concentration camps, and murdered. In 1939, Hitler launched World War II by invading Poland. His armies conquered much of Europe, unleashing a wave of destruction and terror. The war resulted in the deaths of an estimated 70 to 85 million people, making it the deadliest conflict in human history. Hitler's relentless pursuit of power and his twisted ideology led to unimaginable suffering and devastation. His legacy serves as a stark warning about the dangers of extremism, hatred, and unchecked authority. His actions have shaped international law and continue to influence political discourse today. The Holocaust remains a permanent scar on human history, a horrifying reminder of the depths of cruelty to which humanity can sink. Learning from this dark chapter is essential to preventing such atrocities from ever happening again. Next up at number 2 is Genghis Khan, the founder and great Khan of the Mongol Empire, the largest contiguous land empire in history. Born Temujin, he rose from humble beginnings to unite the nomadic tribes of Mongolia and forge a formidable fighting force. His military genius and ruthless tactics allowed him to conquer vast territories across Asia and Europe. Genghis Khan's rise to power was marked by hardship and violence. His father was poisoned when he was young, leaving his family vulnerable and struggling for survival. This early adversity likely shaped his character and fueled his ambition. He understood the importance of loyalty and discipline, creating a highly organized and effective army. His warriors were known for their horsemanship, archery skills, and their ability to travel long distances quickly. Genghis Khan's military campaigns were characterized by immense brutality and widespread destruction. Cities were razed, populations were slaughtered, and entire civilizations were decimated. While his conquests brought devastation, they also facilitated trade and cultural exchange along the Silk Road. The Mongol Empire provided a period of relative peace and stability, known as the Pax Mongolica, which allowed for the flow of goods, ideas, and technologies between East and West. He implemented a unified legal code known as the Yasa, which promoted religious tolerance and protected merchants and travelers. He also introduced a writing system and standardized weights and measures. Despite his military prowess, Genghis Khan was not simply a bloodthirsty conqueror. He was a shrewd strategist, a skilled administrator, and a visionary leader who united a fragmented region and created a powerful and influential empire. His legacy is complex and controversial. He is remembered as both a ruthless destroyer and a unifying force, a figure who left an indelible mark on the history of Asia and the world. The Mongol Empire's influence can still be seen in the demographics and cultures of many countries today. Okay, buckle up, folks, because number 3 on our list might surprise you with the sheer scale of his impact. It's Mao Zedong, the chairman of the Communist Party of China, who ruled from 1949 until his death in 1976. Mao led the Chinese Communist Revolution, overthrowing the nationalist government and establishing the People's Republic of China. He is considered one of the most influential and controversial figures of the 20th century. Mao's ideology, known as Maoism, was a blend of Marxism-Leninism and Chinese nationalism. He believed in the power of the peasantry to drive revolution, and sought to transform China into a communist utopia. He implemented radical social and economic policies including land reform, collectivization, and the Great Leap Forward, an ambitious attempt to rapidly industrialize China. But here's where it gets truly devastating. The Great Leap Forward was a catastrophic failure, leading to widespread famine and the deaths of tens of millions of people. Poor planning, unrealistic targets, and the suppression of dissenting voices contributed to the disaster. In 1966, Mao launched the Cultural Revolution, a decade-long period of social and political upheaval, aimed at purging capitalist and traditional elements from Chinese society. Young people, known as Red Guards, were encouraged to attack and denounce intellectuals, teachers, and anyone perceived as a threat to Mao's authority. The Cultural Revolution resulted in widespread chaos, violence, and the destruction of cultural heritage. Mao's regime was responsible for the deaths of an estimated 40 to 70 million people through famine, forced labor, and political purges. He is considered one of the greatest mass murderers in human history. Despite the immense suffering caused by his policies, Mao is still revered by some in China as a revolutionary hero who liberated the country from foreign domination and modernized its economy. His image remains prominently displayed in Tiananmen Square and on Chinese currency. Mao Zedong's legacy is a complex and contradictory one. He is both admired and reviled, a figure whose actions continue to be debated and analyzed. The repercussions of his reign are still felt in China today. Leopold II, the King of Belgium, controlled the Congo Free State as his personal colony, overseeing one of the most brutal colonial regimes in history. Under the guise of bringing civilization and Christianity, he exploited the Congo's natural resources, particularly rubber and ivory. He employed the Force Publique, a private army, to terrorize the population into meeting rubber quotas. Villages that failed were punished with mutilation, torture, and murder. Soldiers often had to provide severed hands as proof they hadn't wasted bullets, which led to widespread mutilation of innocent people. Millions died from starvation, disease, and violence, with estimates ranging from 10 to 15 million deaths. International pressure forced Belgium to annex the Congo in 1908, but the legacy of Leopold's cruelty endured. Kim Jong-il ruled North Korea from 1994 to 2011, continuing his father's legacy of repression and isolation. His regime led to economic decline and famine, causing hundreds of thousands of deaths. While diverting resources to nuclear weapons and the military, ordinary citizens suffered poverty and food shortages. Political repression, surveillance, and human rights abuses were rampant, with thousands imprisoned or tortured in labor camps. Kim Jong-il's extravagant lifestyle contrasted starkly with the suffering of his people. His regime's nuclear ambitions increased regional tensions and defied international condemnation. Drop your opinion in the comments, argue your case, challenge others. Let's see which dictator the audience agrees is the darkest in history. And if there's a name we missed, tell us. This story isn't over. Like, share, and subscribe if you want more untold truths from the shadows of history.